Hello, citizens of Internet. It's snowing. I beat fucking Bubsy. I'm angry. Let's play this shit.
Everybody, welcome to Evil Within 2.
Why did you say it like that?
Oh, we gotta spice up this game somehow. It's not gonna do it for us.
Put some pepper on there. Just put a salt shaker and a pepper shaker. Knock them over. Spice it up.
So, you guys might remember we played Evil Within 1.
Put in a screaming montage of all those times we got mad.
This is eerily reminiscent of the first thing that made me stop playing this fucking game.
It's exactly the same thing that made you stop playing the first time.
And now it's time to get mad all over again with Evil Within 2. You are about to start a new game. Sure am. Oh, look at the lovely picture of a family.
The fuck is classic mode?
It's a special mode for old school survival horror fans. No autosaves, number of saves is limited, and neither weapons nor skills can be upgraded.
So are we playing that one?
Hell no. I want to play on casual.
What did you play it on when you played it?
I started on survival, but then I moved it down to casual.
I think we should play classic.
I say hell no.
Fair enough.
Aim assist.
Yes.
Yeah. Keep that on. Home engulfed in flames. Tragic fire kills child nanny. Well, maybe you should have hired an adult one.
Perfect. That sums up this entire game.
So, I finished this game as of this recording last evening. And I'll kind of mention it more and more as we go, but like it's not the most horrific, like offensive thing I've ever played.
It's not terrible, at least as far in as I got, which was not very far. I actually, and I hate to say it, preferred the first one.
I was actually kind of thinking the opposite. Like, I think it's quite better than the first one.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it's quite better, but at least as far in as I got, like I say, not very far. It felt like any other third-person survival horror game,
Yeah.
which the first one also did, but they also threw like a million different things at you at the same time to kind of spice it up. As far as I got, it's like, here's a radio, follow the frequencies. So I'm like, okay, so it's like Dead Space, so you just follow frequencies and do all this, so it's like unoriginal and bland now?
I can see where you're coming from with that. I was watching some videos on this game, and one of the guys kind of said that this, at least like the way it plays, kind of felt like The Last of Us to him. So I was like, ooh, do not drag my favorite game through the mud like that. But, I mean, it kind of does.
I can see that comparison. I'm not happy with it. They're not going to be on the same pedestal ever.
No.
I don't know. Are we going to get as much hate for hating this one as we did the last one?
Lily, where are you?
I guess it. Tough to tell.
We'll
It
find out,
depends.
because we got some hate for the last one.
Yeah. Hello, Lily, the blessed child.
She just looks like a generic child, too. It's like, okay.
She does, and she's like made to be like overly cutesy child. Well, not at this point, but at all the other points.
She looks like generic child from other horror games that, like, her face at least looks like something from another game, and I can't think of which one it is, but, like, it's one of the cheap PlayStation 4 free games.
Oh. Oh. What a day.
They changed the voice actors, and I'm not happy.
They changed a ton of the voice actors. Like both Kidman and Sebastian are completely different actors.
That doesn't even look like the same person. Also,
I don't even think it is like the same model. This Sebastian looks completely different.
it's way different. I don't care for it. Kidman's Kidman.
Yeah.
Ever.
This like slight redesign for Kidman gives me real strong like really strong Resident Evil vibes.
Well, yeah, because everybody knows that Resident Evil 2 is better than Resident Evil 1. So they're like, we gotta up the ante a little bit.
Yeah. Like she feels like a mix of Jill Valentine and Ada Wong. Like if you were to 50-50 both of those characters, you would get Julie Kidman.
I can see that. Mr. Anderson.
I came here to give you this scorched paper from your journal.
From your diary.
Where did you get this?
I found this when I went through your rubble. He's not a cop anymore. Why does he have a gun still?
It's the only thing that makes him feel alive anymore.
Sitting in some desolate bar with a gun.
Yeah.
Got the shakes pretty hard too.
Well, he's been drinking pretty heavily for a solid 3 years now.
Yeah.
Lily's alive, and she's with us, and she's also alive. Have I told you that part yet?
It's me.
It was me all along.
It's me all along, Papa.
Get your hands off me.
Sir, we're gonna have to wipe your memory. Oh, Kidman, why?
I was hoping you'd come willingly.
I already had my flu shot.
I don't have time for this bullshit.
All already. Make the joke better.
We need you.
There it is.
Lily needs you.
The very first time I started playing through this game, I remember my exact reaction when Kidman said, "We don't have time for this bullshit." I was like, finally, I can connect with a character from this series. Because I also don't have time for this bullshit.
Sebastian?
I guess at least in this one,
Good.
they get all the magic bullshit out of the way early.
Yeah.
At least as far as I played, there's probably a lot more magic bullshit.
In one of our facilities.
So this is the almighty Mobius.
You already laughed, so I already know what's
Don't know
happening.
what you say. Don't know how powerful they are.
Right. So powerful they have to kidnap a washed-up ex-cop.
Oh, the foreshadowing.
Your terrible
Oh.
sense of humor is still intact.
Enough of this bullshit. Where's Lily?
Are you trying to ruin this for me by giving me spoilers?
All the answers are right here.
I was just looking at the map.
Oh. Get in the bathtub, Sebastian. Just stinky.
You haven't showered in 3 years, Sebastian. You gross.
That's not a beard. That's just chin dirt.
This is just dirt and food residue.
How does someone miss their mouth so frequently?
He has been drinking a lot.
That is true.
You start holding up that burger and all of a sudden it turns into like 3 and you don't know which one is real.
Near your ear, though? I want to hear what the cow said before he died.
I bet it was moo.
Fucking stupid.
You bastards, you turned my daughter into a tube.
He's in a wheelchair now. He's wheelchair bound. So they'll put him in the machine and it'll be like Avatar.
Thanks to her, the new stem has been.
Which one, the James Cameron Avatar or the other one, the anime one?
Oh. He's supposed to be the G-Man from the Half-Life.
He is very much the G-Man from Half-Life.
Signals.
Even with like he had that like sunken eyes look and stuff like that. I'm like, that's very
We thought it was
Very
easy
much
to
that.
manage.
Yeah.
Easy fix.
episode
Also-
3.
Mobius agents inside. But then
Oh.
we lost contact with them.
This is as close as we're gonna get to episode 3.
Spoilers.
A completely different game.
I am providing you an
Are they completely different though? Think about it.
only to see your daughter again.
Shooting, trying to save a little girl who turned into be a big girl, aka Kidman's your daughter. I'm calling it now.
You can save her.
G-Man.
Yeah. I don't know if he does it much in these early scenes where you see him, but he talks with his right hand like really weird. Like really robotic.
Kidman looks like your daughter. Is that? I'm telling you, this is happening. He's going into this bathtub to go into the fake world, but he's been in a bathtub all along, like
Try to
Inception.
collaborate with any team members you might find in there.
You mean, you mean like in the first game when we wake up out of a bathtub like 4 or 5 separate times?
That's something
Yes.
I can find out myself.
I try and block out most of the first game. Let's be fair.
So that we can begin the extraction process.
Well, to be fair,
I'll be out here.
to understand most of what's going on in the second game, you didn't even have to play the first one. You just had to play the DLC for it.
I didn't do that though.
Neither did I.
And someone else will
Perfect.
So when they just started talking about like Mobius and, you know, Myra and all this stuff just so casually, I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? But nope.
You're the G-Man in a different life, and that's your daughter. This is pulling a Bioshock Infinite.
But Kidman has all of her left pinky.
Yeah,
At
but
least that we
she's your
know of.
daughter. She's Kidman in this one. But what's the first syllable of Kidman? Kid.
One.
It's kid. She's the baby who died in a fire. She had to turn into a man to survive the burn, and that's where she's at now. And to accept who she is.
Are you telling me Julie Kidman is a man?
Yes. You don't deny any of the things I'm spewing right now either, so that's the worst part.
Well, because I don't want any. I want it all to be a surprise.
Can you at least tell me this? Is there cool negative space like there was in the last one?
They do use it a lot more than in the first one.
Okay, good. Because that was the best part of the first game.
Yeah.
That is Otacon in this game like he was in the last one, or did he die? The other guy that was with us. He looked like
Oh, Joseph or whatever his name was.
her.
I think he died.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Here we see the representation of his psyche. There's nothing there. Empty shell of a man.
Is this? Where am I?
He's just dead behind the eyes.
See that gun strap? He's Nathan Drake in this one.
Pretty much.
They're like, let's take all the superheroes from all the new games, put them into one giant tool.
And we shall call him Sebastian Strabopoulos.
Is that his last name?
I wish.
I know it's
Castellanos isn't funny enough.
but she's gone. Our little girl is gone.
No.
Where did you put my home?
Where am I?
I'll find out the truth on my own.
What the hell is this place?
Kidman, Mobius's little city sucks and I hate it. There's nothing here.
Dude, that's the lighthouse. It is Bioshock.
We've got a call.
Ah, it's Beacon. It's the hospital.
Is giant fat chainsaw man back? I hope so.
Whoa. Yeah. Little did we know, Beacon Mental Hospital was entirely a desk all along. See, Shinji Mikami wasn't even the actual producer. He was the executive producer.
Yeah, because he knew how much the first one fucking sucked.
Yeah. Also, these little handheld communicators give off the worst noise when they're ringing. Because I think it would just be like a little like beep beep, you know, like this like sci-fi kind of thing. Instead, they're like brah, brah.
Terrible. Like the worst hangover ever.
Oh, I've got the worst hangover, Kidman. You wouldn't believe it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, this part took me a long fucking time because I didn't know what to look at.
Oh yeah, because they make you look at like every fucking thing.
But it didn't pop up my reticle to tell me that it was something I could investigate. Like, I got the gist, but it's the part where you gotta look at the team.
Mm-hmm.
It did not pop up the goddamn reticle. This part, I didn't know I could look at it. It didn't tell me I could look at it.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what do I do? Do I go out front again and talk to... Spoiler, there's a cat?
Yeah.
Your lost team, I assume.
That's them. Let us know if
So
you
these are all your idiots that are missing.
communication into STEM. They're stuck in Union and searching for Lily too.
I will do absolutely nothing to save them.
STEM environment was designed to look and feel like a small town called.
I'm not here for your friends. I'm here for mine.
So your ex.
My daughter. She's also my friend.
If anyone can do it, it's you.
Thanks for the vote.
Your daughter is your friend? That might be the saddest thing I've ever heard.
There's more
It's the only friend he has left.
before you go.
Joseph is dead. Joseph wasn't even really his friend.
Union, huh?
They were like coworkers who had a beer one time after work, and Joseph took it the wrong way and was like, "We're best friends now, huh?"
Calm and relaxed.
He started calling him Seabass around the office, and
Seabass, I love it.
Sebastian kept getting really embarrassed.
Control this time either.
Look, I don't know what you're going to encounter in there. If you need information, I'd suggest you try talking to some
Try
of the
talking to some of the locals,
canvass
you know.
the area. Just like
Canvass the
Tony
area,
did.
just like when you were a real police.
Real detective.
I am a real police.
You're not a detective anymore. But let's
I'm the most real police. Don't you see all the big veins in my big veiny arm?
I'm a more real police than you are.
Lily, your team, and now me.
We're all stuck inside STEM.
I still don't understand why you can't just take them all out of their pods and wake them up.
How do I know it's not the real world?
Without a core, we're totally locked out of the system. To forcibly remove anyone from STEM at this point would kill them and leave their consciousness trapped inside there.
Great. Mobius has got some stellar backup plans.
Like the cinematic camera spin I've got going on right now.
Along. You need to find
I try and block it out.
It would be better if he was actually in the middle of the frame, but this is a video game. We can't have that.
Baker. Team leader.
Baker.
He's the guy I should try.
He's probably fucking dead.
Harris.
Which one of these people is the tallest?
Hopefully he can take
That
care
one's
of himself.
6'10". Or 6'10", 5'10".
Jesus Christ, he's a giant.
O'Neill. They must not have been expecting
5'10".
trouble if they sent in only
See, the other guy's 5'8". She's 5'4". What is this team? This isn't even a team.
Hoffman. Psychology and surveillance.
Yukiko.
This one could be cagey.
That Yukiko Hoffman is another character ripped straight out of the deleted files of Resident Evil.
He has some small arms training.
A little bit.
Oh. Do I have a new outfit? Hey, look at that. I don't want to change. Those clothes aren't real. Those are just digital.
A cat. I don't ever remember owning a cat.
Don't remember owning a cat. Especially not one with red eyes.
That's why you shoot it.
It's an evil cat.
He's got evil within him,
Lie
too.
detector. Where did my memory dig this up? Elementary school?
Actually, that cat is another thing that you wouldn't recognize unless you played the DLC from the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because that was how you saved, have you saved the game when you played as Kidman. You sit on a couch and you have a cat,
Kidman, you
and
there?
then your game saves.
You wouldn't have told me about Lily if your damn machine didn't go on the fritz. I would have spent the rest of my life mourning her and you wouldn't have cared.
I cared, but I couldn't say anything. They would have killed me.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Why would I lie about that?
To manipulate me. To get me to perform.
Poor
as a loyal
Sebastian.
Soldier. You've lied to me before.
Never got to live a healthy life.
Our friendship was built on a lie.
Okay, I get it.
So now I'm wondering,
Feeling that way.
You'll never know how I feel.
was this whole happiness period that he had, was that before or after Beacon?
World and treating me like a burden instead of a daughter.
Better to have loved and lost.
I don't
Is
know.
that what you're saying?
Maybe. At least you
Because the daughter's older, and this game and Beacon take place, what, 3 years apart?
Yeah.
So obviously they were around prior to Beacon.
Yeah. Because, yeah, that daughter's not, like, she's older than 3, obviously. Get some of that goop.
So glad the goop is back.
Thanks, little bitch-ass cat. Get out of the way.
Just like
A mirror. Should be a way out, or a way in, depending on how you look at it.
other doors. Here we go again.
Into the looking glass, and he just actually
Looking glass.
dives headfirst into it.
He's laying there all cut up, and Kidman's like, idiot.
It's like, Sebastian, did you go into the mirror yet? I tried.
It's getting dark.
No, Sebastian, if you die in STEM, you die in real life. Hello, wife.
Oh no.
Don't look at me.
Lily, what's wrong?
Lily, what's wrong? My doll of you died.
My doll's head is broke.
That really is him, too. Or Tommy Wiseau from The Room.
She can fix anything.
It could be either one of those.
Yeah. Would have been funnier if when she was like, my doll's head is ripping off, he just starts kicking into the detective mode. He's like, we have to find out who did this.
I've got a wonderful family. An amazingly smart and beautiful wife.
That is like the worst look that Sebastian could possibly have. He looks awful.
Come here.
He looks real bad. Nice to meet you.
He just shakes her hand. Have we met?
Are you sure you're not coming down with something?
Coming down with a case of the vomit.